Hello. Okay, today is Fraud Friday, Finance Friday. 2 times this week, my husband and I have been faced with unraveling real estate scams that are being perpetrated on boomers. Why? Because boomers tend to own property and often it's owned free and clear. Let me start this by saying I've been a real estate broker licensed for about 40 years. For 16 years, I did work exclusively as an agent and marketer. My husband has been full-time in real estate for many years, and he works still in real estate and related investments. Okay, that's the background. Here is the disclaimer. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not going to share real estate or legal advice. And this is not advice. What I'm here to do today is to share 2 different circumstances that we came across last week, mainly because my husband specializes in probate and senior sales and that kind of thing. But anyway, it's about people who are taken advantage of in huge ways. And it just... First was a title fraud case. Okay, I always heard those title fraud things on TV, wah, 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 buy the insurance. I thought it was malarkey, really, because to transfer property, you need notaries and an escrow in California or an attorney in another state, and you need title insurance, and that should be enough barrier to fraud. However, a fraudster based in Texas found a piece of bare land here in California and created a very convincing false identity to claim the property and to sell it to an investor. My husband used his experience and to sort this out. He actually drove to Las Vegas and went to a house and said, is this person? That's how far he went to stop this. The fraudster would have gotten $100,000 nearly in profit based on a very well-crafted false identity, some kind of bogus notary in Texas, and this boohoo story about having cancer and needing to quickly sell the property. Now it's getting sorted out, but it needed title insurance and, it's a big thing. Anyway, second thing is tragic because a church friend who was a real estate agent got a lovely woman in her 90s to write in her will that she wanted this particular person to handle the sale of her home. So the church friend listed and sold the property within 1 day without any really public market or bargaining. She sold it for $200,000 less than the value. That investor turned around and sold the property for a $370,000 profit. Meanwhile, the estate got next to nothing. The executor was left scrambling to cover expenses, to pay taxes, and sort this whole thing out. However, here is the lesson. Find a probate specialist or find a senior specialist that has a good reputation in your area. Please don't go to your friend or your Aunt Millie. God bless them. Some of them might be great, but these things, especially when people are passing or when they're senior, but if you get a senior specialist, they are going to help you, especially a reputable one. Now, because I've been in the business 40 years and we do business back east, in the Carolinas specifically, we do business in Nevada. But we have done a lot of business throughout the country. And I belong to a lot of associations and we keep very current. So I know a lot of people. When you're successful in real estate, you know the other people who are successful, and you know the people who are honest. And so my lesson, my urging to you is, don't just go with your buddy or your aunt or your cousin who just got his license because he needs a deal. Go to somebody, especially when you're a senior and things could get complicated. Go to somebody who is in that world, who does business in that realm. It's very important because there's a lot of ins and outs. So my rant for today is, look for someone who's a neutral third party that can point you in the right direction. My husband spends hours every week giving free information, pointing people in the right direction, hooking people up across the country. He does not benefit financially from it. We are always happy to do the research, to answer the questions, to find someone reputable, because we do all, there are good realtors, but there's a lot of, like in any business, there's bad school teachers, there's bad attorneys, there's bad contractors, there's bad everything. But if you're one of the good guys, you do run in those circles and you do know how to spot someone who's reputable. So you go make a comment and give me some place to email or DM me, direct message me, whatever. I will find somebody that you can talk to for free. They won't take a dime from you. If they earn your business over time because you trust them, that's up to you and them. But I'm not doing this because there's money in it for me. I'm doing this because I see too much of this taking advantage of people and their whole life savings. So I will refer you to someone, no matter where you are. I can find someone who, through all our network of people who are professionals, especially professionals working with seniors who are maybe going into assisted living, or people who are trying to set up probate situations. I'm happy to talk to you for free, and I don't want to see anybody fall into these situations. We're able to figure it out, but it's a lot easier to prevent it than to correct it. That is my Fraud Friday, Financial Friday greeting to you, and I wish you all the best. I wish you health and happiness and financial health, and I pray that all good things happen to you. So that's it for today. There's my wave goodbye. Talk to you soon.